China's used military exercises before to send a clear message to its perceived foes, like after Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan last year. How does this compare?
Well, the key missing bit of information right now is how long these drills are going to last for. So when the current Taiwanese president transited through Los Angeles and met with the US House Speaker Kevin McCarthy earlier this year, we saw 4 days of Chinese military exercises around Taiwan. When then US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan in August last year, we again saw 4 days of exercises encircling Taiwan. Crucially, though, at more locations around Taiwan's mainland than we're currently seeing with these current drills. And at that time, we also had reports of a number of cyber attacks on Taiwanese government infrastructure and the announcement of targeted economic sanctions. So I think so far it's fair to say with these current drills, we're not at the level that we were at with previous incidences, but that we're even seeing these drills, even though William Lai, Taiwan's vice president, didn't really meet with any very senior US politicians and have visible interactions with them, really shows the direction of travel here for Beijing.
And how is Taiwan responding?
Well, Taiwan's government has already condemned this as irrational and provocative. Taiwan's ruling party has already said that they believe these drills are an attempt to influence Taiwan's upcoming presidential elections, which are scheduled for January next year. They say that they believe these Chinese drills are an attempt to make Taiwanese people fear war, in their words, and in a sense push them away from this ruling party in Taiwan that Beijing refuses to communicate with. In terms of how the public responds to this, I mean, there is a bit of a cognitive dissonance just because Taiwanese people are really used to these types of drills now. So, on the way to the studio here today, walking through Taipei, you wouldn't really know that these types of drills were going on. But on the election, this is a really crucial one because I think there was some doubt in Taiwan that China would take this type of action. And that's because the received wisdom is that, the more that China intimidates Taiwan like this, the more that Taiwanese voters are pushed to the ruling party, the DPP, which Beijing refuses to communicate with, views as separatists. Taiwan's foreign minister, in response to these latest drills, in responding to this question of how this could potentially influence the election, said China should hold its own elections. I'm sure its people would be thrilled. So what we're seeing playing out here is really significant. I think it shows that China believes they've set a precedent with previous drills of this nature, and that they're going to meet the precedent they've set when it comes to these interactions between the US and Taiwan now.